Okay. Yep. That's awesome. I'm cool with that. Would you like to now sacrifice 6 permanents? Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Phyrexian Obliterator Fight Club, if you want to call it that. But the main goal of the deck is to have Phyrexian Obliterator in play, which says whenever a source deals damage to this creature, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents of their choice. So that's a very good way to hopefully have them say hit it for 3, then they have to sacrifice 3 permanents, or we do it ourselves with a card called Bushwhack. We're not going overboard on this effect. We were trying to play a solid kind of mono black plan while splashing green to do some good stuff outside of that. We're playing Bushwhack here. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So the bigger our opponent's creature, especially with all these Prowess decks floating around and things like that, or some bigger creatures our opponent's playing, if we're in something like the Mirror, for example. But effectively, we make Obliterator fight our opponent's creature, and then if Obliterator dies or trades or whatever happens there, they then have to sacrifice that many permanents, however many individual damage effects happen to Obliterator. Other than that, we're just a mono black kind of Demon Shell playing Unholy Annex for card draw. It's just that typically struggles to do that because sometimes Obliterator can be clunky. Is this deck good? Probably not. There's not really going to be an outro to this to explain it, but the deck is probably not going to be that good. It's playing a card that doesn't see a lot of play, and the way that combat damage works, it's like if a creature has menace and we have to double block, they can assign no damage to Obliterator, and we're not getting much value there. But it's a little weird. It's going to be a little bit awkward, but other cards we're splashing for green is Tear Asunder, because this can hit a Corey Steelcutter. And then we're playing Herd Heirloom, a nice card from the new set, just to act as a mana dork that our Land War Elves doesn't have to get removed for. And then sometimes it can be activated on the Obliterator if the Obliterator is just attacking by itself. So we're not too over the board on that. Deep Cavern back for disruption, Duress for disruption, cut down, go for the throat for removal. A kicked one of these can also be any type of removal. And then again, like we said, Unholy Annex and the Bloodletter along with Unstoppable Slashers are kind of backup plan, or our main plan with the Obliterator kind of troll going on. But with that said, it is Easter. I hope everyone is enjoying their day if you're watching it today, or regardless if you're going to have plans in the future. And if you don't necessarily celebrate, that's okay too. We can hopefully all enjoy making other people's life on Arena currently today with Obliterator a little bit worse than it was before they went up against us. So with that said, let's dive in. Wow, what a bad hand this is. It's like bad in a weird sense. Honestly, the worst part about it is it really tells our opponent what we're playing. It's honestly like the most down bad part of it, but Fable Passage, maybe it's a slow matchup and it won't really matter that we have Bushwhacks. We'll see. Swamp, sure. Land. They could duress me, so I don't really want to invest one of these because I would like to have them, especially if it is mono black. Okay. Alright, this will definitely give us the info. Alright. Okay. Holy. We're going to start trying to draw. Try to get to our stuff as quick as possible. If we can, anyway. I'll play a Fear. I mean, is this just Reanimator? Feels like it. Oh, it definitely is. Alright. The best part about Atraxa, though, the weird part is I'm cool with the Atraxa. Like, Atraxa actually is way better for us in most cases if we go Obliterator or Fight, right? Because that'll definitely remove most things. Duress is pretty annoying. This is kind of annoying, so I'll take Duress. Don't have a way to bring Atraxa back right now. Draws is a Slasher. I'm down to 13, though. That's one of the main problems we're having. Most likely play land, level up this Ritual Chamber, and just use it as a big blocker. And maybe use it to just fight some stuff, or they just rip the Zombify off the top like the thug they are. Alright, so if they're allowed to do that, I'm allowed to rip the Phyrexian Obliterator right here, right? Right, game? If they're allowed to rip the exact card they need, can I rip the exact card I need? I know it doesn't work that way, and I'll never draw it here, but I'm going to try my best. Well, you know, I did say I'm going to try my best. I did. I did try my best. Sometimes my best just isn't good enough. Well, you know, sometimes it giveth, sometimes it taketh away. The rest. That away. Alright, show me how talented you are. Show it to me. Wing this, hit Zombify. It's 2 of 8. Ooh, they didn't hit everything, so that's pretty neat. They are at 5 mana though. They could double fear here. It's obviously pretty awful to try to figure out. We got boss. You're getting another swamp, so do you not have enough red? Sure. Now I'm gonna draw the Obliterator now that my 3rd Bushwhack's gonna go away. Does suck, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, I didn't. Honestly, I'm proud of you, Gabe. I really thought you were gonna do that to me. I'll do this. Make a big 6/6, I guess. Play here. Pass. And the reason we go for the 6/6 is because if I play Bloodletter, this does hit my opponent for 12 on the following turn. This is kind of a dead card right now, but I can also activate it until in the turn the 4 drop gets kind of whatever, and then the 6 hits, and then I get to draw a card, I guess. But a little weird. It has like good uses and bad uses. Use whatever, you know, words. All right, let's see it, boss. 4 gains trample when this creature deals combat damage to rest. You get my cut down. So in a turn, target creature you control gains power 4 trample whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. Sure. Yep. Huh. Okay. Yes. Interesting. Here. 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 Okay. Okay. Yes, maybe. I guess it's just Overlord now. And a little bit more of this life back. Hey, we found Bushwhack. Still haven't found Obliterator, but we found all 4 copies of Bushwhack, so that's interesting. Kind of a cool way to do it. But going to 10, Bloodletter most likely has to block the Carnosaur. Deep Cavern Bat has to block the 5/5, and then they'll get their Overlord back. Or did you just rip a Zombify? I mean, I guess if I rip 4th a Bushwhack, I can't complain too much. I feel like it's a pretty easy Zombify, bring back Traxa to that route, right? You can bring back Valgavoth, I guess, but I do have lethal in the air with my 6/6 and then my Unholy Annex trigger, so that's kind of cool. But I'm really here to do one thing and one thing only, and I didn't get to do it. I still might not. Fail, sure. Zombify on top. Alright. Feel like maybe we swing that Light Shatter. And maybe we would have hit the Zombify. Still hit Zombify. You want Light Shatter to hit something specific, you resolve its trigger first. That's an Atraxa, I guess. So this goes here, this goes here, and then we hope maybe they have a removal spell for my 6/6. Obviously suck. We're down to 4, up to 5 to get the Overlord back. Swing for 6 and the end step trigger will resolve and win the game if they don't have removal, in which they just showed us they don't. No reach going to get there. And they reanimated Atraxa. We deal with it in one of the weirder ways possible with Slasher fighting a creature. And I'll just draw a card. Yeah. I'm missing something, of course. Yep, and we get there. So, very cool. Well, if I wanted to automatically lose, I would think I would keep that hand. This is like roughly the same hand, but at least I have like the slasher opportunity to do something. But I felt like the other hand was just so bad, but maybe I should have kept. I just against Reanimator again. That'd be kind of cool. I'm lying, by the way. I would not be happy. It's Reanimator again. All right. Apparently somebody played Rakdos Reanimator. Somebody sent help. Arrest me. Take my unholy annex. I'll allow it. I should have kept my Phyrexian Obliterator. I'd be so much happier. Oh, maybe that stops the bitter reunion. That makes sense. Okay. Sure. That's fair. Like, that card's really good in my opinion, too. But this one. Wait, we didn't give it haste? Why? Am I missing something? Why wouldn't we give that haste? It has menace. This? I can't do anything. It has menace. Sure. Yeah. Alright, that's fair enough. Not very often do I think I'm gonna get hit with a crew claw, but you know, sometimes it can happen. Bit of triumph. Alright. Interesting. Things are happening. Things are resolving. Players are losing matches. Players being me. Now, they clearly have removal, though. That's the problem. Because if they got rid of a bitter triumph, we know. we know it's squared up right now. So a little part of me says just go to combat now. You never know. We might get away with something. Get away with a crime here. Okay. Do I play this and just risk it? What are the odds that they have another removal spell like that? We'll wait one turn, I guess. Oh, they do have removal? We're so smart. We're so smart, dude. They didn't want to get rid of the last card, though. Alright. Show it to me. Show me how talented you are with that weasel. I mean, that's whatever. I haven't reanimated nothing, bro. There's a Shieldred. That'd be pretty good. Oh, Rakdos joins up. Feels like a weird one to discard. And anything? Nothing? Alright. I wish I added the rest, but I don't. It's got menace. Alright. May sacrifice 3 permanents. I said so. Could be your lands too. Alright. Alright. Keep cavern back. A little weird spot. here, so realistically I'll just remove it now. So realistically the chances of them being able to do anything, there's a Valgavoth. Okay. All right, we are overloading this board with a Deep Cavern Bat first. I mean, we have lethal here, which is interesting to say the least. We play a Bloodletter. We hit them for 10, and then they'll take 4. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of happened. You know, it kind of did the thing. Like, we got to fight a 3/3 against a Reanimator deck when that plays, like, giant massive creatures. But, yeah, we'll take it. That's fine. First solid hand we keep. It's basically a mono black hand. Again, with a little bit of extra steps of playing green, because... Sure. You sure? We're playing green. We are looking to erase a Quarry Steel Cutter from my opponent's hand. Unfortunately, it is going to be a Torch to Tower that I am removing from my opponent's hand. Removal for my Deep Cavern Bat that triggers their Prowess. Yes, I will gladly remove that from the game. They attack. They plot a Slick Shot. I know, stellar gameplay. It's like we know every step of the way. All the way through. We'll duress. Their whole hand's probably hittable at this point. Most important card, Stock Up, that's for sure. Stock Up is a full-scale reload. In a spot like this where, you know, they don't have the cutter right now, I might have just literally spawned it in. But, no. Doesn't seem that way. With this sleight of hand on the stack, I will respond in case, like, I want to take as little risk as possible of them ripping a Spell Pierce. So we just want to interact right away. And now maybe they'll find an answer for, like, the Deep Cavern Bat or something. But we then immediately go for the Bloodletter. Storm Chaser's Talent, sure. It's one of those weird things, like, do I play the Bloodletter or do I play the Unstoppable Slasher? And I'm not entirely sure. With an Unholy Annex Rip, it's definitely the Bloodletter. Now we have to find out if our opponent's Screaming Nemesis or not. I most likely won't block. They have 3 cards in hand. If they play land, I'm definitely not blocking. I don't feel the need to in a spot like this. And my opponent holds. That's interesting enough, to say the least. Could be like a Witchstalker Frenzy or something. So I'll just pass. I could attack with Deep Cavern Bat, but honestly, prioritizing keeping this alive is probably best. I'd rather them spend 4 mana to Witchstalker Frenzy this. There, so there's Swift Spear play, no level up here, an all-out attack. I mean, I could, in theory, be dead here. To what? Let's say double Monster Rage comes in, so it's 3 plus 3, so it's 6 plus, so 12 plus 3 more. So I don't die, for sure. And my opponent dies if that's what they have, because then I play a Bloodletter again, and then I hit for 2/4, and then this hits for 2/4/8, and then that will finish the job. Okay. I will go for a Deep Cavern Bat instead to prioritize if they have anything. Maybe it's removal. Then I'll play this little heirloom here. Like that weird part where you can remove this and then remove that. There is a Monster Strage in that hand. So for me, knowing this last card's a land, I'm all out attacking here. I'm trying to close the game as quick as possible. Set them right down to 2. And then they're basically guaranteed dead. So I have another Bloodletter, and this will trigger on my end step. I don't know what they would have to technically answer my entire board at any point, but a little Flood, no Quarry Steel. We find a pretty easy win without it, because Quarry Steel is obviously the dominant card in your deck, and without it, definitely struggles a bit more than what maybe Mono Red alone would do. But cool, we move on. Yeah. Yes. Sure. I'll get rid of a Bushwhack, I guess. Alright, I have Duresses, I suppose. Need a little look-see. Sure. Interesting. Press. Again. Go ahead. Yeah. Like to maybe resolve my unstoppable Sleesher. We're destroying enchantment, right? Okay. Unstoppable Slasher. What they have for two. Oh wait, they can technically blow up their own enchantment. That's what the pause is. All right, cool. What a game. It's a little weird. We definitely need a land, and with J sleeves, I'm a little bit nervous, but that'll be okay. We'll find out if I win or lose. This one copy of Duress. Control. No, you're not. Your Helping Hand Spell Pierce deck. I will. Like weird because I want to take this, but I definitely think it's the Helping Hand, because now they have to find the thing to put in the graveyard and find the reanimate piece, right? I mean, Deep Cavern Bat's also 6, so now I can take profs. Of course, they have removal here, which seems like they do. Fine. Take. I'll most likely just jam it here. I can't imagine they hold up Spell Pierce. Yep. Seem like a perfect matchup for Obliterator as long as Spell Pierce isn't interacting all too well. And Spell Pierce can't interact right now as they are tapped out, so I get to slip this by. Unfortunately, cannot cast or go for the throat, but sure. We find a Bushwhack, or will we not? Yeah, sure. Might be go for the throating that, because I don't know if you know what just happened to me just now, but I got slammed by it. Although actually, here, let's do this. That's a 5/5. I have a 5/5. We all have a 5/5. You can hit it if you'd like. I don't know if you have bounce spells or not, but you can swing. I'll take it. I'd like to stonewall here. Don't read it. Just swing. Just attack. Okay, cool. My opponent realized they can no longer attack me because of Phyrexian Obliterator is very awesome. Look first, cut down Deep Cavern, Slasher, Obliterator, name a... Darn it. Oh, we'll meet you in the afterlife, buddy. I don't know. I guess if we rip a herd here, we're still on track to do kind of the thing, right? Tear Asunder pretty sweet against probably blue-red Prowess, but we'll find out here in a moment. Not revealing I play green. My opponent makes me. Huh. I guess. I don't know. Or stat to hit here, I guess, and then we get to play here. I thought about taking Rend Resolve because they could just barrel Rend Resolve here. I've been on record for this for a little while. I'm always kind of open to just seeing if my opponent's dumb enough to block. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds like really rude to say it that way, but like, it's the way I feel, you know? I'm going to play Unstoppable Slasher, and until they play a Corey Steele, I'm not really going to worry about it. They've had 2 generic draws that they absolutely have to be able to play it and then cast spell, which they definitely can. Then my Slasher can definitely block. Kind of go about that route. But main thing I want to do is find another swamp of some kind. Maybe play a Phyrexian Obliterator on turn 5. After I've set this game up for me to win. Is it that easy? No. Am I going to try? Yes. Am I blocking here? Yes. I don't care. I'll block. Seems like a perfect block. I say if you're swinging one, you might as well swing both. Block. Now they gotta pump it, right? They gotta like cast something here. They could have Spell Pierce, which would suck. Could also have an op, but op doesn't save this. They go face. Okay. I guess you're losing the creature anyway, sure. Where range resolve is going to be good. Okay, listen. I'm not going to be that guy. That is one piece of the puzzle. I would like to select to remove this. Now I would like to pass my turn. I would also like to draw a swamp. Play this. To then do this. If I miss the swamp, I'm probably going to cast... Like, realistically, should I have cast this, grab the swamp so I can play this next turn? Yeah. But like, I don't know. Are you the police? Leave me alone. Let me play my game, dude. I just wanna hit somebody in the noodle. It's really where I'm at, you know? Easter, I'm fighting stuff. You're fighting stuff. Whether that's family members or what. Everybody's fighting right now. Gonna play land. They do. Okay. Third Swiss Spear. Gross. Also the best. Oh, augers. This one. Go. I have a bounce spell, or I'm not giving you a Christmas card this year. Could you have a bounce spell? Probably. Or a steel cutter, sure. You have a Terra Sunder for that later. Range resolve. They'll help me if there's a bounce spell in here. Misses. Nice. Phyrexian Obliterator blocking this 3/4 Swiss Spear. Absolutely. Do you think my opponent read this card at all? Or are they just a true mono red gamer? How mono red is our opponent who is trying to play a better version, in theory, a better version of mono red? Shit. Opponent. Okay. Yep. That's awesome. I'm cool with that. Would you like to now sacrifice 6 permanents? It's not a once a turn. All right. Would you now like to sacrifice your entire board? Like, is that really where we're at? Yeah. That was some good value right there. Bring this up. Combat. Hit here. It's remove your life total. Dude, I don't know. I land. What you got for me? Sure. That does make something happen. I'll allow it. I will lose combat. Yeah. Uh-huh. On there. I'll play a surveil land. I'll throw that land away. I didn't necessarily need more lands, but okay. And resolve. That resolves. To be fair, they actually climb back into the game pretty well. It's just not going to matter. Yeah, it's because that deals damage too. Yeah, very cool. We got our Obliterator to trigger more than we probably should have, but yeah, we'll take it.